my name Livia, we will talk about our reflection on LGBT and social acceptance.
But first of all, let me tell you why we decided to choose this topic is honestly, I'm curious with their world and we have an LGBT friend and it looks like Livia have already with this topic. Is it right, Livia?
You can say that. Lots of response to LGBT. Some people refused and didn't respect at all. Some people refused but gave respect, and some supported them.
Our opinion about this is we all reject LGBT because it violates our human nature without seeing another aspect behind them.
Yeah, however, after seeing some videos about LGBT for about 4 weeks and discussing with one of our LGBT friends, we changed the way we saw them a little.
Singaporean society generally accepts me for who I am. Yes.
No. I've been fighting against a lot of authorities about how I should behave, how I should act. I mean, when I was in secondary school, a school counselor outed me to other students. One of my teachers told my mom that your son should change his behavior because this kind of behavior is stigmatized. At the end of the day, I constantly feel like I'm fighting to just do what I want to do.
In this video, they talk about the unfair treatment they experience even when they still in school and they rejected, considered disgusting.
Those who refuse to exist are torturing, bullying and even killing, which in our opinion it violates human rights.
Well, one of the two who were killed today was Julhas Alam, who is the founder of the country's only gay magazine. This magazine called Rupban was launched in 2014 as a way of working as a platform for gay people who don't actually operate openly in Bangladesh. It is socially not acceptable for there's a gay way of life. So Rupban was trying to be a platform where gay people can gather and communicate and share experiences. So he was in his house and with a friend, and some people came in and basically used machetes to hack them to death.
After watching some of these videos, our curiosity about their world treat in society increased and bring us to a video about their early history and acceptance in society.
I also didn't know they had closets back then. When did all the crazy homophobia start?
Homophobia seemed to start in the church during the High Middle Ages.
Whoa.
And in the Renaissance, it got even worse.
What happened?
Well, if you were outed, let's just say it would have been bad. There were still plenty of brave people who revolted. On August 31st, 1512, a group of young aristocrats living in Florence staged what many consider history's first gay rights demonstration. But that didn't stop homophobia from migrating to colonial America. In 1776, being gay in any of the Puritan colonies was not allowed.
We also find videos discuss about LGBT equality in society, the laws that govern LGBT, and how the speakers convince the general public to accept LGBT and treat them appropriately based on human rights. The speakers consist of important world figures, even the former president of United States, Donald Trump.
No, they've ruled. I've read the decision, and some people were surprised, but they've ruled, and we live with their decision. That's what it's all about. We live with the decision of the Supreme Court. Very powerful, a very powerful decision, actually, but they have so ruled.
For the presidency, Joe Biden was a little more effusive earlier, saying today's decision is another step on our march toward equality for all. The Supreme Court has confirmed the simple but profoundly American idea that every human being should be treated with respect. But we're not done. Judge Neil Gorsuch, he wrote the majority opinion, saying an employer who fires an individual for being homosexual or transgender fires that person for traits or actions it would not have questioned in members of a different sex.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights promises a world in which everyone is born free and equal in dignity and rights. No exceptions, no one left behind. But we know from experience that eradicating discrimination requires more than changes in laws and policies. It takes a change in people's hearts and minds as well. It is the first time that the United Nations has launched a global public education initiative dedicated to combating homophobia and transphobia and to promoting respect for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex people.
Around the world, lesbians, gay men, and bisexual and transgender people are denigrated, attacked, imprisoned, tortured, even killed because of who they are or whom they love.
And in more than a third of the world's countries, consensual same-sex conduct remains a criminal offense.
The biggest foes of gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and intersex equality have been invisibility and silence. And when we don't identify ourselves and when we don't speak out, ignorance prevails.
Any pros and cons emerge. Some regret why the important world figures supported LGBT, but some understood and agreed that these important figures did not support LGBT, but they respect and act based on human rights.
After watching, we were more interested in finding other sources and the more information we get. In week 4, we start to discuss and we decided to stick to our stance but give respect to them because we do not justify the violation of human rights. We view them from various point of view, starting from religion,
Norms
politics,
and human point of view. And in our opinion, the LGBT community is not a scourge that we must avoid and even be excluded from people's life, as long as they don't harm other people and the environment.
They are also entitled to a decent life and a sense of security in society. Okay everyone, I think that's all from us. Thank you so much for watching and see you.
See you.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.